Welcome to Nomads Nation. Our best backpacking backpack roundup is split into different user cases so you can easily find which one of these packs best suits your specific needs. And we definitely know what we're talking about here. Why? We own and have reviewed every backpack on this list. And each backpack on this list has its own in-depth review that you can find in the description below. And if you're digging this type of content, you love you some backpacks, some travel gear, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Let's talk about backpacking backpacks. First up, let's have a little powwow and make sure that you and I are on the same page for what a backpacking backpack is. There's two types of backpacking backpacks. One is backpacking like I'm going into the wilderness backpacking. The other backpacking is like I'm backpacking across Southeast Asia and staying in hostels backpacking. This review is the latter. We are not really an outdoor hiking channel, so if that's what you're hoping for, sorry. Still leave us a like, but this is not gonna be the video for you. Still here? That means that you are looking to backpack in like the hostel, old school, like backpacking the world type way, which is great because that's what this review is. Now, I have a lot of experience backpacking the world. I've backpacked and hostel traveled through Southeast Asia, South America, Europe, and everywhere in between. So no matter if you're doing like more like glam backpacking, like through urban locations in Japan, or you're doing like hardcore adventure backpacking on like the Gringo Trail in Central America, this list has got you covered. Okay, we're gonna start off with the number one backpack on our list, the Osprey Farpoint 40, AKA the best are you backpacking for your first time backpack. Let me clarify. Are you about to start your first world travel experience? Let me guess, you might be going to Western Europe, maybe Southeast Asia. You wanna do a little bit of adventure, a little bit of hosteling, go to some beaches, a little bit of partying, am I right? If that's what you're looking for, there's very few backpacks that are better than the Osprey Farpoint 40. And I know because this is the first good pack that I ever used when I was backpacking. Prior to this, I used crappier backpacks that didn't stand the test of time. Then I switched to this guy and it changed my life and kind of got me into backpacks in general, and it's kind of why I'm here now. Thank you, Osprey Farpoint 40. Let's talk about the bag. It's the perfect first time backpacking backpack because it comes in at a decent price point and it can sort of do a bit of everything. You got like that adventurous, old school, I'm a backpacker look, but some really impressive functionality as well. You've got the 2 water bottle pockets here, which can act as pockets for other things. Got like a tech compartment here, good for your laptop and other tidbits of gear. And then an actual main compartment right here, good for all your clothes, towels, toiletries. It's a comfortable wearing experience. And whenever you're sick of being in backpack mode and you want to switch it up for a more seamless and less dangly experience, you can zip up the back, pop on the duffel strap, and boom, you are in duffel mode. Best of both worlds. Let's talk about some specs with the Osprey Farpoint 40. It comes in 2 sizes. There's a 38-liter version and a 40-liter version. Both versions weigh around 3.1 pounds, and it comes in at a price point of around 160 USD. There's not a lot of information on the Osprey website for what the materials are, but they all are very robust and very durable. Like I said, I personally use this backpack when traveling through Southeast Asia. It has lasted the test of time. Let's hone in right now though and talk about some very specific pros and cons. Number one is just the overall versatility. This is a backpack that can do it all. Whether you're backpacking through the streets of urban Paris or you're adventure hiking through the mountains of the Incan Trail, this guy's got you covered. Pro number 2 is I love the internal color of these materials, this lime green. It helps create a highlight effect within the backpack, which makes it easier to find your gear. But it's definitely not a perfect pack. Here's some cons. Con number 1 is the laptop compartment doesn't feel super safe to me, and strangely it's on the front, which means that if your bag is super packed out, you're gonna have things that are pushing against your laptop, and it's just not the greatest laptop solution in the world. And con number 2 is going to be the hardcore dangle situation going on. We got these compression straps in the front, but if they're not buckled in, they're flying all over the place. You got the duffel strap, which should be flying all over the place, but then worst of all is that if you look at like what's going on here, like you see all this excess nylon, it's like a octopus, right?
Like a jellyfish.
It looks like a jellyfish. There's no dangle holders, so this excess nylon is always gonna be flapping around, and that creates a less seamless travel experience. You digging the Osprey Farpoint 40? Check the description, I got a link down there to our full review. Next up is our selection for the best backpacking backpack for adventure travel. The Wandrd Fernweh. This backpack has got it going on. It takes that traditional old school hiker backpacker vibe and just catapults it into the future. It's like a cyberpunk hiking backpack. and it's extremely feature heavy. We have the front compartment right here, which can also fit a camelback. You've got a bucket system on the top for quick access to your stuff. And then if you also travel with some tech gear, there is a tech compartment, which is great for your laptop and or tablet. But one of the biggest selling points of the Wandrd Fernweh is the comfort. Look at this system that they have in place with the back padding, the ventilation, the padding on the waist straps, the padding on the shoulder straps. This is one of the most comfortable backpacks we have ever reviewed. Let's chat specs. It comes in two sizes, a small medium or a medium large. Both weigh around 5 pounds and both have 50 liters capacity. It's definitely not a cheap backpack as it comes in at 350 USD, but these materials completely justify the spend. We've got YKK PU coated zippers, PU coated ripstop nylon. This material is unbelievable. And everything that I mentioned about the comfort with like all the materials that go into this back padding and the ventilation and the comfort, it's top notch. Let's talk about the pros and the cons. Pro number one, it's gonna be the materials. Pro number two is that this backpack is also suited for photographers. So if you are an adventurer and you're bringing along some DSLR equipment with you, this bag not only gives you quick side access to your camera gear, but also safe ways to store it. But I got some cons. Con number one is it's definitely a bit of a complicated user experience. There's a lot of features going on and it takes some time to learn how to use this pack. And con number two, we get it, it's expensive. Worth it? Yes. Expensive? Definitely. But if you're ready to make an investment and you're interested in the Wandrd Fernweh, then check the description for a link to our full review. Okay, next up we have the Aer Travel Pack 2, which we're gonna say is the best minimalist slash one bag carry backpacking backpack. This is definitely not gonna be the backpacking backpack that you go on the Incan Trail with. It's not adventure enough, it's not designed for that. If you're going from Krakow to Zakopane in Poland, then this is the backpack for you. But the biggest selling point is that it's minimalist. It's only 33 liters, so it'll force you to take less stuff. And the experience itself is quite simple. We've got a front pocket right here, another front pocket which has a fair amount of organization, and then a large main compartment for all of your clothes. I wanna emphasize this is definitely more of an urban travel backpack, but it's great because like if you're doing a lot of trains and buses, you're gonna be carrying this, Aer has extremely comfortable products. Look at the padding on this. I sometimes call Aer like the Aer mattress. Super soft, super comfortable when you're going in and out of the train station, in and out of airports, in and out of your hostel. This guy's got you covered. Shout about some specs. It's 33 liters, but there's also a 27 liter version available. Weighs 3.7 pounds, and it costs $230 US. And for the materials, oof, Aer never skimps, man. We have Cordura ballistic nylon on the exterior. It means it's super durable and super robust. Also, you got YKK zips, some of which are PU coated for water resistance, and Duraflex hardware. Let's discuss some pros and some cons. Pro number one, super comfy. And pro number two is it's that perfect intersection between a backpack that is simple to use and minimalist, but will still giving you a decent sense of organization. But there's definitely some cons. Con number one is these interior materials are good, not great. And con number two is going to be what's referred to as the Aer jingle experience. Look at all these zippers, talk about a jellyfish, and they're just gonna be jingling around the whole time, so you have a little bit of drag and a little bit extra jingle going on with this guy. If those two cons didn't put you off with this bag, then you should definitely check out the full review. Link in the description. Okay, next up we have the Tortuga Setout. And this is the best backpacking backpack if you are going to be in urban environments, but you have to pack a ton of stuff. Why? Because this thing is a monster. See how big it is? Tortuga makes gear that is highly functional and highly durable. This is good for like Eastern or Northern European countries, a little bit colder, gotta pack some more clothes. You're not doing anything super crazy or adventurous, you just wanna pack a ton of That's what Tortuga Setout does best. It's super minimalist. We have a front access pocket here, a sort of quick access, well-organized compartment here, and then the big old cannon in the back. But then also if you travel with laptops or tech gear, this compartment will keep your laptop safe and sound. Some specs. It comes in 35 liters or 45 liters. It weighs 3.9 pounds. And it costs around 180 USD. The materials are great too. YKK zips. We have 900D polyester, Duraflex hardware, and an incredibly comfortable shoulder strap and back panel situation. Let us debate the pros and the cons. There's no debate. I'm just gonna tell you what my pros and my cons are. Pro number one, simplicity. If you're like, I don't need all the pockets and the magnets and the features, I just want a bag that carries my stuff and lasts decades. Pro number two, I can't emphasize enough about the comfort. And you get these big old beefy waist straps. And these are awesome because if you get stuck in the airport overnight, they can actually double as a pillow. But there are some cons as well. Here they are. Con number one, it's super functional. It's not super sexy. If you're looking to like, wow, as you're backpacking through like London and Madrid, this backpack's a little blobby. And con number two is that while I do love this compartment right here, it's a little cut off in the capacity. The zipper stops yay and yay. So you're like, things get lost down there. You can't really grab things the way that you want. There's definitely a little bit of compromised functionality. Interested in learning more about the big old canyon that is the Tortuga Setout? Link in the description, full review. And finally, the last backpack on our list is the Peak Design Travel Pack, AKA the best feature-heavy backpacking backpack. Similar to the Osprey, this is a pack that can do a little bit of everything. It's definitely urban, but like you got some adventure-y vibes with it as well. I wouldn't say this is the ideal pack for hiking in the Himalayas, but if you're gonna like motorbike through Vietnam and then spend a couple days in Ho Chi Minh and then fly over to Bangkok, this backpack is versatile enough to do all those things while also giving you just like a fun travel relationship with your travel pack because there's so many features. Oh my God, I'm gonna try and rattle them off. We have stowable shoulder strap, stowable waistband, magnet closers, swivel system shoulder straps, double up on the back panel, stowable sternum strap, hidden identity card pocket, hidden zipper pockets, stowable divider, lockable zippers, and it can compress to 35 liters or expand to 45 liters. Wow! It's a hell of a product. Some specs. Like I said, it's a 35-liter backpack that can expand to 45 liters. It weighs 4.5 pounds, and it costs $300 US. And just as amazing as the features are, the same goes to the materials. Peak Design makes custom in-house zippers, and the exterior material is a 400D weatherproof nylon. Okay, pros and cons. Pro number one is that this backpack can expand to 45 liters, but it can also compress. That is a very rare feature, and it can definitely come in quite handy. Pro number two is gonna be everything that's happening in this back panel. It's just a masterpiece. And for the cons, the only real thing is that while tons of features are awesome to have, not everybody needs it. And even if you do have it, it does kind of complicate the user experience. You're probably gonna forget where you put a few things. You're probably gonna forget a few features even exist. We did a full review of the Peak Design Travel Pack. It's a long one, Tav, isn't it? A lot of features to cover, but if you wanna know about all those features, check out the review, link in the description. If you're still here, the best way to support our Nomads Nation YouTube channel is to just hit the like button. We really appreciate it. And if you're totally into backpacks and travel gear, you gotta subscribe, man. We've got so much more awesome videos coming your way, and I want you to know when they're live. And what I love about doing these roundups is that everybody has different ideas of what should be on the list. So I ask you, did we miss any of your favorite backpacking backpacks? If so, what are they? Let me know in the comments below. And Tab, tell me, how many times did I say backpack in the past hour?
I'll put that on the screen now.
That many times. Thanks so much, guys, and we'll see you next time.